So I'd like to give you a short history of the evolution of our panel, which was supposed to include Matthew Hedges as one of the original presenters. And as many of you may know, he's a political science graduate student from Durham University in the UK, and he was arrested on May 5th at the airport in Dubai during a research trip, and 5 months later was accused by the UAE public prosecutor of spying for the UK. So just before Thanksgiving, he was sentenced to life in prison there, shocking the academic community and sparking a diplomatic crisis with the British government. But shortly thereafter, I think on Monday, after Thanksgiving, a presidential pardon released him from prison, and now he's back at home in the UK, safe with his wife. And so, as one of my GW colleagues, Marc Lynch, an expert on Middle East politics, wrote in the Monkey Cage, the Washington Post blog, Hedges was reportedly arrested after his questions about the UAE foreign policy and arms acquisitions after the Arab Spring aroused the suspicion of one of his interviewees. Such research topics, while of obvious potential sensitivity in the autocratic and tightly controlled UAE, fall well within the mainstream of political science. So a good part of the reason that Matthew Hedges is now free was because the academic community, people like us, spoke out in his defense and put pressure on the UAE authorities to release him. And his wife, Daniela Tejada, led a tireless campaign to help her husband while he was imprisoned. And so when Sufyan wrote to Matt, trying to figure out why he hadn't sent his paper for the panel presentation, it was she who responded and informed us what was going on with her husband. And she wrote on Twitter, once he was free, without the involvement of the media, the overwhelming support of academics, the public worldwide, and the work of the British diplomatic body in the UAE, and the British Foreign Secretary Hunt's intervention, this would never have happened, and he never would have been released. So before we start our discussion, we particularly want to thank Linda Park, the executive director of ASEEES, who worked with the Middle East Studies Association and other groups of academics and others to help draw attention to Matthew's case and to put pressure on the UAE authorities to release him. Obviously, this is also a problem that affects our region, Russia and the countries surrounding Russia, as much as it does the Middle East. And while obviously the power of academics is limited in these kinds of situations, it's good to know that our organization will do what it can to help.